This is a Mitsubishi Lancer 2003. I am putting a double dim radio in here. So I have this kit right here by Metro, I believe is the name, or I'm totally messing it up, and it's not that at all. But so this is going to go here. This guy is going to get bumped down to here, and I'm going to have a double dim radio in here, and it's going to be nice. Alright, so first things first, you take the negative off the battery. Boom. Now that's safety, but make sure it doesn't go back on, because you don't want that going back on. Defeats the purpose. Second thing is second, take this out, but you gotta take that off first. So I guess take this off, then take that out. Is that third? Just get rid of all this. But Michael, how do you do that? Well, you take these out, then you take these screws out, then you give it a little pull, pops right out. Oh yeah, hold on. I gotta get rid of my iPod cord. Okay. So you get rid of that. And then you ignore what this looks like because I taped it and put different colors in here. You ignore that, and then you take this out by taking out these screws, which I already moved 2 of them. You just gotta grab one of these guys. Bop! Unscrew them. And then you remove this. It's very simple. Okay, so then you pull this out, bop, and you unplug everything. Alright, so to start, you take the screws out from here and up here. They're right here. And then this thing just comes right out. Okay. Alright, so to get everything ready to get the double DIN radio in here, we need to remove that right there, and we need to remove this. So I'm already on this side, so I'm going to remove this. There is a screw hole here and a screw hole over here. Luckily I've already removed this before, and I don't know where the screws went, so it's going to be easy for me to remove. All you have to do is take those out, and then just like yank on it from one side, pops out up here, and then yank on it from down here over here, pops out up here, boom. And then there's another popper right here, boom. And then that thing is good to go. Then it's plugged in here, so you gotta look out for that. It's plugged in, I believe, over here as well. And then it's also bolted in back here. Hard to see because of the lighting. Right there, boom, you can see it, boom, right there. So you need to take that out. I believe it's a pretty long screw, I don't remember, but we'll find out. So you need to take that out, and then I don't know what I did with this, so we'll find out, we'll figure it out, and let's get to it. Alright, so something I neglected to mention was this tray here. I was actually looking at fuses earlier, so I kind of forgot that I already took it out. But to take this out, all you have to do is knock it open like usual, and then just rip it out. It's just attached by that and the other one on the other side. So that just comes right out, just rip it out, and it'll be good. But alright, so, whoops, there we go. So I took the screw, bolt screw out in the back. It was easy, you know, you just take that out and then you can actually reach from it from this hole. Nice and easy. And yeah, I didn't unplug this like an idiot. So we'll go ahead and unplug that. And then we can just let it sit here, actually. And that's what I'm going to do. Let it dangle so I don't have to deal with taking this off and putting it back on. Because this is opening up the trunk. And I'd rather not try and mess with that. But I can show you this, though. So these are like the screws that go onto here. They have these metal things that hook onto the frame. And then you just screw the screw into it. And I lost those. Something to that effect. I don't know where they are, so I don't have any. But that's what they look like, and that's how you take them out, and that's just keep track of them, I guess. So onto the other side, the glove box. So to take that off, you're going to reach into here. You see this little thing right here. You're going to push that forward. When you push that forward, it'll click like that. Then you can just take it right on out. Push it in, and then just take it out. It has, whoa, that's not good. It has one on both sides but you don't click in this side. So for this side, what you do is you simply just push the side in and let it fall down. Then when it's like that, it's on a hinge. Come on. It's on a hinge right here. It's on a hinge right here. And those hinges just lift right on out when it's low enough. Now the box that I have here is actually stopping it from becoming low enough. Everything that you have in here is going to come out and spill all over the floor when you go ahead and take that out. So I'm going to remove this and then show you how that works. Okay, so the box is out, and to take it out, just like I said, everything comes out and then it just comes right off. It just rests on these little hinges right here. And then you have a nice open hole so you can access whatever we need to access over here. We're going to take out the HVAC unit right now. It is not too difficult. There are these pins right here that are right in here. You just pop them out. Easiest way to do it, put it on one side and it'll just pop right out. I don't know why, but that's the easiest way to do it. I've popped them both out. I guess I lied to you. This one may have gone back in. So you push it. Alright, so what I did, push it on one side. And then you just push it on the other. And it comes right out. So that's nice, simple, and easy. Then what you got to do is you can actually do this first. These come out, so you got to push. I can't see because my hand is in the way. Sorry. You got to push these two tabs, one right here and one right there. Push those in. This thing comes right off. And there's another one over here. Somewhere in there. But yeah, there's two of them. So just grab some pliers. These aren't pliers. These are wire cutters. Grab some pliers. I love how disorganized everything is. So you I just lied to you again. Here we go. Alright. Grab the pliers. And you just reach in there. Press them in and then lift that up with your other hand. So I gotta go do that. Quick update. So I took this out, which is this thing right here. I'll put it out here. This is what the wire was in. That was holding it down. So I just pulled on the wire itself. Pop, came right out. Boom. And then I put the pliers in there, and what I did was I wiggled it back and forth while lifting up. Man, I wish I wouldn't do that. But I wiggled it back and forth while lifting up, and I got it halfway. And after you get past the point where the pins over here are compressed and you're above them, then it's just easy lifting up. Twisting and lifting up, and then it'll come right off like that. See? And then you do that for the other one, and then you push these tabs in again, because you should do the other thing first. Yes. And then it'll come right out. So there's that. So turns out that was the most frustrating part of this entire thing so far. Oh man. Alright. Let me give you some updates here. Right here there's a plug. And that doesn't matter at all to when you want to do it. You can do it after. So I'm going to show you when it's actually out so it's easy for you to see it. Now, got this thing off. The thing that I found out, I took the screwdriver here and I pried underneath it, lifted it up on this side only, and it came above this thing. So after I did that, I held the screwdriver there, reached in with my other hand, and pushed the tab in on the other side, and it popped up on its own, and then it just came right out. So really, you just got to take it out of that thing now, and then once you get it out of there, which right now I got no other technique other than yanking on it, pulling on it, so that's all I'm gonna do. Whoops. Well, that didn't destroy anything, so we're good. Well, hopefully, I guess, I don't know. Ow! Wow, that hurt a lot. Okay, so I'm gonna work on I'm gonna get this out, and then after that, this thing will just come right on out. Yeah, still the most annoying part of this whole thing. So I got it out, and I did break it right there. I don't think that's going to be too much of a hindrance when I put everything back on. So, I don't know. I guess we'll find out. But it should be alright. I don't think it was actually, like, stuck in the plastic. It was stuck in the metal. And yeah, so anyway, I got it out. One of the things here was these screws were up on mine. I don't know if that's typical, but they were up for whatever reason. So I just screwed this one down. It went down just fine. So I don't know why they're up, but I'm screwing them down because it did get caught on this right here. And I don't know if that was the reason why it wasn't fully coming out, or if it was this actual cable, which it most likely is. I mean, I can't even pull on this cable. So I'm going to say, yeah, it was that. But they did catch on it when I took it out, and I'm putting them in there. So, yeah. I got that out, and now we move on to the next step. Going off the kit, I got to remove some screws and bolts. Looks like I'm removing this down here, that right there. Looks like a screw right here and here. One down there and one down there somewhere. And it says a lot more screws than I'm finding. So maybe I'm missing some or something, but I don't know. But we're gonna remove the ones that I just said. Little tip to get a long guy right here. Easy to reach into here and grab these guys at an angle, obviously. Boom. And then you reach down here for these other guys. And then obviously you reach from the sides for these guys. So this one back here, pretty difficult to get to. If you don't have a super small socket, you are going to need a wrench. So just get the wrench, put it behind this metal guy right here, then bring it up. I'm having the most difficult time in the world now that I'm trying to film it. But you bring it up, and then you just loosen it. So there's that. These ones were a little different. There's one up here and one down here. I took this little wrench, and I actually fit it through the hole that's over here, and was able to move back behind there and loosen them enough to where I can loosen them and take them out with my fingers. So I did that, and if those are the only bolts I need for over there, then taking this off was useless. So I guess we'll find out. Information I got said that the subframe, what's it called? The navigation, radio, HVAC subunit, whatever, that it comes off in pieces, right? So I got a piece off. It's not too difficult to take these off. At least the first one I took off wasn't too difficult. Came off the top here. These hooks went into the side, and all I did was push it back and it came right out. So I'm assuming that this would be the next one that would come out. I'm going to try the same strategy. Actually, that came right down. It's moving all around. And I wish I had a flashlight and 5 other hands to do all this at the same time, but I don't, so I'm sorry. There, boom. So that came out that way, and then just wiggle it a little bit, and it comes out. Alright, so now I gotta get the sides out, and they're not budging, so they're still attached somehow. Guess I'll figure that out and get back to you. It's nighttime, but we're still working. There is a screw on the other side, like right here, and there's one down here, and they're on both sides. They're regular screws, I found out, so I just have to figure out how to get a Phillips head screwdriver into here, and one's down here, and one's up here that I gotta get. So this side may be easier because I can access it from the side. This side you can't really access it from the side at all. But maybe, I can try. Yeah. Okay, so I've been working on this for about 4.5 hours now. It's pretty tiring. Alright, so I got the subframe off completely. It's all out. That was very difficult to get to. I actually ended up using this guy right here going to be really hard to film all this. All right, I use this guy with a 1/4 socket, and I used a screwdriver bit Phillips because that's what it takes, and that's what I had to do to get. That's what I had to do to get to them. I was flipping upside down underneath my steering wheel over here, looking up, and it was very difficult, but I got it done, so I'm happy about that. And then, man, now they want you to cut parts here. Now, I was confused about this. This took me a little while to understand. But right underneath, it wants the thing to go straight, but it's actually angled downward, as you can see right here. So you have to cut these parts up. I didn't fully cut them up. You can probably cut them off completely. That's what I would like to do, but I can't really get in there right now, and it's been raining, so I don't really feel like going out and trying to get more supplies, because I mean, as it is now, it's already all, yeah, it's cluttered. It's super cluttered. I don't want to deal with any more stuff out here. So I cut them on both sides here, as you can see. And now I'm going to try and get it in and see if it fits. Now I have to remove these right here. These little snap things in there. Don't worry about that hole. That was from a different project. So I need to remove those snap things on either side so I can put it on the new unit that we're putting in here. Somewhere around in here. And then it's got 2 screws. This guy right here, it's got screw there, screw over here, and then 2 in the front. So, I believe the 2 in the front are to attach the unit itself. But, alright, so I'm going to go ahead and try to get all that installed. And, oh, there it is. And we'll see how it goes. Alright, so how do you get these out? Well, there we go. Alright, so how do you get these out? Let me show you. You take the screwdriver. You sound like you're breaking it. Boom. Put it underneath. Then you shove it through the other side. And then you can just lift it. There we go. Pops up, and then you can just lift it right off. It's a lot easier doing this with 2 hands. There we go. And it just comes right off. Whoops. Well, that's lost forever. I got this unit in. It is looking pretty good. This dial works just fine. This dial's working. I mean, it's just a switch, so of course it's gonna work. This dial I'm having some issues with. Now, if you look in here, you can see when I move it in that it's not actually going in like it should. So my solution right now is to take some pliers and bend it this way. And I bent the actual wire here, so let's go in the opposite direction. And when I do it, okay, well, when I was doing it before, it was actually going in just fine. I mean, I only tried it once, so I guess I can't really attest to that. But I did it before, and it went in there just fine. If I can stop putting my hand in the way of you viewing. Okay. So let's check it out now. And alright, so now it's going the opposite direction. But you can see, so if you have this issue, you just gotta play around with this wire. Maybe I'm gonna end up having to buy a new one. I'm not sure. I don't know. But right now it's not working. So I'm gonna keep playing with it. And yeah, I'm pretty much just gonna do that. If I do anything different, I'll let you know. Quick update. I haven't fixed it at all. It's not really seeming to work, so I'm going to see how much it costs to actually buy a new one. So we'll see how that is. I don't think it's going to be too much, but you know, you never know. So let me tell you a little bit something about this that I forgot earlier. It wasn't too difficult to get it in. What I did was I actually put the face plate, I guess you would call, you know, the plastic piece, like the faceplate. I put that on the actual unit first. Usually you put the unit in there and then you put everything on it and screw it on. I put that on first, screwed it onto there, and then I put the unit in and screwed the unit in up here with the 2 screws. Go ahead. There we go. With the 2 screws up here and over here. And this thing was a little fighting. When you snap it in, it really wants to come back out. So you have to have the screws ready and be at the ready. So you can just put it in there and then put the screws in there real quick. You don't want to let go of it. It's just going to pop out. I mean, it's these blue and black cables that are tensioning it, that's pushing it out. Because, you know, that's not where they're supposed to be going. They're shorter now, which is that's the reason why that one is messing up, because it's shorter. So, you know, you're obviously going to run into problems because you're putting something where it shouldn't be going. Makes sense. I mean, I'm not blaming anything for it. So, yeah. But, alright, now I get to install everything that I just dropped on the floor as I was talking to you guys. So, let me pick that up and this thing over here. Alright, so exactly what I was talking about before right here on these. Oh, by the way, yeah, I put that back on and I put that back in. If you need help putting them back in, just watch the beginning of this video in reverse. Right, so with those kind of screw things, they have the sleeves or whatever you want to call them, and they want you to put them here, here, and down here. So you have 3 for each side. You put those in, then you take these and you put them on the side of the radio, and then you just screw the radio in. So that is what I'm going to be doing now, and obviously plug everything in, because then it won't work if you don't plug it in. So get all your cords out. I gotta find mine. I got it buried somewhere. So get all the cords out, plug everything in, make sure you got everything plugged in. I actually have to put caps on those 2 wires and get everything working. So I'm going to plug everything in, get everything in there, and then I will catch you guys. Hey, me again. Yeah, I know it's not installed. I understand. So for these, you want to put these flat side down, as in the flat side's going to be facing you. You want to put those out. And then they're really closed off, as you can see here. Put it more into the light. They're super closed. So I'm taking a flathead screwdriver and I'm pushing them in there, opening them up, and I'm only putting it in about like half of it so that I can put the other half into the frame over here. Like, so the screwdriver's in one half, I'm putting the frame in the other half, and then I'm taking the screwdriver out and then pushing the rest in the frame. Makes it a lot easier, just some tricks. So I lied, I'm back. Turns out that there was actually more to do that I forgot about because it was like 12:40 in the morning and I started work on it at 4, so that's like 6, 8.5 hours, given like walking around to get other things. So yeah, I forgot. Sorry. There is a backup camera that we need to install, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I have pulled this out and started getting all the wires together. I actually did have to go to the store today because this has 1 subwoofer input and mine has 2. So I bought this adapter right here. You plug these in and then you plug that in. So that'll convert it to 1 and then it should work. Haven't tested it yet. Hopefully it'll work. But what I want to talk to you about now is what I didn't tell you before. These snap-on things, whatever you want to call them. So the easiest way to get these off, you get 2 screwdrivers. Let me see if I can do this. I won't be talking. I'll hold it with my chin. So you put one down here like this. Actually, maybe I can do it like this. Put one down here like this. You put one on the other side. That way you get it out of, like it's clipped in down here. Right here, down here. So you can see when I snap it off, it actually becomes unclipped. See if you can see that. Right there, you can see that little plastic piece right there. That's clipped in there. So when I do that, it becomes unclipped. So when I do it on both sides, you know, you unclip the one side here, and then you unclip the other with your other hand, and then it'll come right off. Now be careful doing that. It does spring right off, and this first one actually hit me in the face, and then went somewhere in that hole, and I have to find it. So be careful of that, and yeah, just get these off, and then they go on to this new one in these spots. It seems like no matter how lightly you try and take these off, they're going to be flying everywhere. I got one here, I got one there, one flew over there, and another one's over here, one's down below over here, and that other one's in the hole over here. So be careful taking these off. Be wary, they're going to fly no matter what. I actually even got one up here like this. It was like barely on it like this, and when you try and like take it off, like it snapped it out and it like sat there. I moved the screwdrivers and it just popped right off. So be wary of that. So that's the end of putting in the double DIN conversion part of this video. If you want to check out the installation of the radio, go check out my other video that I have on installing the radio. So I hope you got something out of this tutorial, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you can go ahead and edit your vehicle now. Yep, because that's what you're doing. You're editing things. So I hope you can go ahead and customize your vehicle now and put in something that wasn't meant to be, but now is pretty awesome. Thanks for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Catch me in my next one.